Keith, is Senga a lock to be in the Mets rotation?
I can't say that he will be, and this is a guy who, at his best, I still believe is the ace when he's right. I think he's better than Freddie Peralta if he was healthy, if he was right. But the thing is, he has been healthy. It's just a disconnect. Something with him and his mechanics. He's in his own head way too much. I don't know. They're probably not going to go to a six-man because of Kodai Senga, but I think, do you rely on him for 15 starts, 10 starts, 20, 25? The fact that he's coming into this camp, I believe, as an underdog, not the cachet that he had after his first year, it's kind of a prove-it thing. That could be helpful. I think the trade talks in the offseason might light a little fire there, but I don't think it's set in stone for him to make the starting rotation, or at least be in consideration to kind of build it around him as well.
I wouldn't make him a starter right now. I mean, listen, the end of the season, the second half, he wasn't throwing more than 6 innings. That's not a starting pitcher, first of all.
A lot of the guys weren't doing that.
I understand, but in the big leagues, and if you want to get to October, you need your starters to give you quality starts. That's number one. I do think, though, if he can command the forkball, if he can do that and give you some length, I would be more excited about him. Inevitably, and I don't want this to happen, like, let's be clear, someone's going to get hurt. And Kodai Senga is going to need to be there and be confident and give this team a chance to win. He has to take the field. He's going to be 33 years old. He has to give him a chance to win. I'm still excited, but ultimately, I won't be surprised if he's traded. I'd like to see what he can give the team in the first half.
I don't think he has much value right now, but when Keith says that he thinks it's a mental thing, and obviously you're around the team all the time, that gives me a lot of hope because he lost command, right? And when you don't have command, we are walking 11% of the batters that you're facing, then obviously your velo goes down, and then the fork ball doesn't work, and the ghost fork basically just disappears. But if it's between the ears, well, now you have a whole new coaching staff outside of Carlos Mendoza. Maybe it's just reframing things. Maybe it's a different mindset. You know, when a guy's injured, God forbid, the elbow, stuff like that, that's when I get worried, his back. Yeah. But if it's just between the ears, these are professional athletes. Like, they have an ability to get their mind right. So that gives me some hope.
The other problem that I have with Senga is that you can't move him to the bullpen. He's not going to like that. And forget about that he wouldn't like it. He's not going to be effective doing that. So, and then you do the math. Let's say he does have a great spring, right? He gets his mind right, Maggie. He's great. You're saying he could be the ace of the staff. Well, then what? Is it because Peterson can pitch effectively out of the bullpen? He gets moved to the pen? Do the math. Like, Peralta's not going anywhere. McLean's not going anywhere. Holmes isn't going to the bullpen. Like, let's end that narrative. You guys keep talking about it. It's not happening. Who's the odd man out? Obviously, we know they got guys in the waiting in the minor leagues and some depth there, but at least one of those guys is not going to be in the starting rotation to start the year. And if Senga can't come out of the bullpen, then maybe Peterson, the all-star from a year ago, Keith, would be the odd man out.
Yeah, I think, again, if Kodai has a good spring, if he's throwing 98 to 100, not rinky-dink 94, throwing 68-mile-an-hour curveballs like he was last year, where you're going, is this guy just bored in some of these starts? Like, truly takes the spot and runs with it like the Mets know that he can. Yes, he's in the rotation. He's the guy. Again, just because he's not pitched like it doesn't mean he can't. I told you, he's ace-like stuff, just hasn't shown it.
Keith, how long do you think before Tong is legitimately ready to come up and contribute at the big league level?
Well, where things stand right now with all the starting pitchers that we talked about, all the depth that they have, there's really no rush. And I think the thing about Jonah Tong right now, that high fastball, he loves it. The Vulcan change, loves it as well. He just needs a pitch that moves side to side. And I think that really stood out last year in the starts where he struggled. I mean, we went to Cincinnati, and that high fastball worked a couple times, but guys took him deep because they were sitting on high heat. So I think we saw very easily that eye levels weren't changed quite enough side to side, and that's what I think the Mets are trying to just add to him, and you can because he's 22 years old. You have time.
All right, I'm going to take this 30,000-foot view, and this is why I don't love that they basically have this report or this announcement, you know, now. You have Clay Holmes and you have Noah McLean, who are going to pitch in the World Baseball Classic. Let's say, I'm knocking on every wood surface, but let's say one of those guys gets hurt. Say someone else gets hurt in spring training. Now, all of a sudden, Jonah Tong needs to start the season at the big league level because of injuries. Is it in his head, hey, they were just about to put me in Triple-A. Am I actually ready for this? Which is exactly the issue from last year where he wasn't quite ready and they needed him and he wasn't able to handle it. Which is why even make this? Why let this out now?
It's why I don't think they didn't say definitively yet because of that, but it's why I also don't think, I don't care who gets hurt, he should definitively be down in the minor leagues and give him a chance to develop regardless of the circumstances.